Alright everybody, what is up? I'm YoBGS, and I've never done an unboxing video before. Didn't really think it was anything that I would want to do, but when I ordered a Genesis and a Super Nintendo and all the nostalgia thoughts and things like that came to me, and they both got here on the same day, I was like, I really should open one of these because it's going to be really cool. And if there's anything weird in there, or if my Super Nintendo comes out brown, something like that, it'll be funny to kind of have the shock of them to show you guys. But if you're not familiar, because this is YouTube, different from Twitch, I speedrun. I actually speedrun Super Mario World, but I do that on the Super Nintendo Classic, which is fun, but it's not the same nostalgia as like holding all of the old equipment in your hands and stuff. So I figured get an original system. I've got a flash cart coming too, so I'm planning to speedrun a bunch of other games. Also have a really cool speedrun related video series that I want to put together, but that's down the road. In the meantime, this channel is just going to be like my really good speedruns and stuff. But anyway, you guys have seen unboxing videos before. You know how they work. So I'm going to get right into it. I've got two boxes here. This first one is the Sega Genesis. I got that from eBay, surprisingly cheap relative to some other stuff. And I'll go ahead and I guess I can kind of, I don't want to turn too far away from the camera while I open the tape and stuff, and I also want to keep an eye on the Postal Service stuff because I don't want to hurt myself. I think I blacked out my address and all that good stuff, so that's always a good thing too. But yeah, I got this, and I've always been amazed at how cheap Genesises are relative to the Super Nintendos. But this one came with everything I need to get going. I don't have to buy any additional cables, anything like that. They said it was tested in great condition, and also it is the Genesis 2. And the reason I got the Genesis 2 is it seemed like it might work a little bit better with my AV to HDMI, because I use that to run into the Elgato, all that fun stuff for purposes of streaming. So that's why I got that one. I think you might have been able to get an AV out with the Genesis 1, but I'm a little bit naive and got a little bit too lazy to do the research. Looks like we got a lot of newspaper here, a lot of coupons. If anybody wants those, they can hit me up on MySpace, and maybe I'll send them to you. We got the controller here. Boy, this is like a really weird Christmas present. All right, so the brand on this is Neon. It's the 6-button controller. Let's see here. Yeah, and of course my lighting is not the best. Let's move this. Okay, there we go. It's the Neon controller right there. Come on, autofocus. There we go. 6-button controller. Feels interesting to use a little bit. Not quite like I remember the Genesis controllers. So may go to my local game shop, Onet Games, and get one there. Let's see here. We got all kinds of newspaper, and I'm not throwing it too heavy because I'm afraid one of the games will get caught up in here. Okay, so we got, well, this is Accolade, Baseball 94. I don't know that that's going to be a game that I'm going to necessarily speedrun, but it came with the system, and the system looked really good, so that's why I went with that one. We've also got the other game here. It's got that yellow thing. I've been meaning to read what these yellow things are. My guess is it's the battery for, like, saving and stuff, but this is FIFA Soccer 95. It definitely looks like it saw some use, so whoever played this must like soccer more than baseball anyway. But those came with the system. I wasn't super interested in them, but again, the quality of the system looked really good, so that was what I went with. And yeah, so here we got the cable, all the fun of a cable. Can take care of that. Looks like we got the adapter here. Jeez, you forget how heavy. This didn't have a power brick. But man, did it have a power brick, if you know what I mean there. I'm running out of things to say, and I'm getting really excited, so I'm also like, yo! I don't know why I'm surprised. I bought this thing, but it's a Genesis, and it actually looks like it's in really, really good shape. I looked at the pictures of it, but I haven't held one of these in my hand for a hot minute. A little expansion there where you can put the Sega CD. Maybe that's a future purchase, but yeah, we got the Genesis right here. Why is my lighting so bad? Maybe if I lean back here. Hi, I'm the talking Genesis. No. But yeah, Genesis right here. And like I said, it's the Genesis 2. I'm really looking forward to doing some speedruns with the Genesis, by the way. I did not plan this out very well. I have newspaper now on the floor and nowhere to put my exciting new acquisition. I guess I'll set it on the computer and hope that I don't block the fan up too much. Let's see. We're at about 5 minutes here, so I'm going to start speeding things up. And just as I say that, I lost my knife. I might have to open the second one with my teeth. We'll see here. Okay, good. My address isn't on the back of that one. So, yeah, first unboxing video. It's a one-camera shoot. I'm now, like, waving a knife around while I talk. But really excited about this one. It's the Super Nintendo. Didn't come with any games, but still going to be very cool. And I think maybe for next time, instead of having the camera on me, like, I'll put it on the table and stuff. Because as I buy games and different things like that, I want to do more unboxing videos because I want to get some complete in-box Sega games. I feel like they don't get, like I said, the same thing with the Sega relative to the Super Nintendo. I feel like the Genesis doesn't get the same amount of love that the Super Nintendo does. And I mean, I remember being a kid, and when I got both systems, it was around when the Nintendo 64 came out. But I was so excited about them that, you know, to me, they're both really special. This thing is super glued together. 5 stars, would buy again if I could ever open. Press firmly to seal. Boy, did they. All right, there we go. We got it. We know what we're doing. That's right. This is the pro YouTube quality that you stop by my channel for. Oh, they taped it there, too. Probably a smart idea. Save me from myself. There we go. All right, looks like we got a lot of bubble wrap here. I'm seeing some gray, so that makes life good as well, because now I know I don't have to worry about this system being super yellowed. And I paid a little bit more for this one. That's because I wanted a primary Super Nintendo. So I wanted one that was gray, not brown. You can get a lot of them on eBay brown for like about $30, but a lot of those are just used for parts. And weirdly enough, it looks like someone has put like a grenade into the cartridge slot because the sides of the things are completely blown out. It's really weird. I could talk to you guys all day about these because I'm so super excited, but I realize this video is going on forever and ever. It's the video that never ends. If you're still hanging around to this point, you are adorable. You're probably just waiting to see if I accidentally cut myself with a knife, although I don't think I'd be able to upload the video to YouTube if I did. Okay, this is exactly what I was looking for, and I could not be happier with this. And I got to make sure. This is the first thing I bought on eBay in about 10 years, maybe. I used to buy basketball cards all the time. But if you take a look at this bad boy, I forgot how big these things are. So let's see here. Let me unplug my SNES Classic, because side by side, this is hilarious. Super Nintendo Classic, Super Nintendo. And again, to hold them up side by side, Super Nintendo Classic and the Super Nintendo. So, you know, I'm going to pause here for like some thumbnail action maybe. But yeah, did not realize that was the size difference between the two. Very cool there. But yeah, this is the Super Nintendo that I got. Looks like it's got that little expansion port thing on the bottom. Controllers, and no real dings or chips or anything on it. Unbelievable quality. So really excited for that. Now, I mentioned that I'm going to be getting a flash card. That's coming in a few weeks. That's going to expand the number of games I can speedrun unbelievably. I'm really looking forward to Radical Rex and Joe and Mac for some reason. Kind of on a weird dinosaur kick lately. But what else is in the box here? I'll get through this, and then I'll get all the plugs out and that fun stuff. I can send you guys on your merry way. I did this one backwards because the Super Nintendo was kind of the first thing that came out. All right, we got a controller here. It is the Nintendo brand controller. This actually feels way better. Like, it feels a lot better than the controller that comes with the Super Nintendo Classic. I don't know if that's nostalgia goggles taking over, but I'm so super excited. All right, we got all the cables here. There's your power brick for you. Let's dig back in here again. And we got the adapter. Ooh, it's got a yellow, white, and red, not just yellow and white. And again, next time I do an unboxing, I think I'm going to do something a little bit different with the camera angle here. And we got a pop goes the weasel. Sorry about blowing out the microphone there, but had to do it because you can pop goes the weasel. So, that is it for everything. The Super Nintendo and the Genesis nostalgia unboxing. We got FIFA Soccer 95 and Baseball 94, but who really cares about that when we've got these two and I'm super excited for it. This is a nice little memo that I need to fix my lighting and also not look off screen at my camera so much. But thank you for stopping by. Thank you for checking this out. As I build my collection, actually, wow, I'm going to drop those on the floor here. As I build my collection, I'm going to use the Genesis to point. I'm going to put a shelf behind me, all kinds of cool stuff. If you've been to my Twitch channel, twitch.tv YoBGS, you know that everything's kind of at the bare bones. And as things are starting to grow, I got a lot of cool stuff planned. So check it out. Link will be in the description there. And yeah, thanks for stopping by. This is so super cool. I know I didn't provide a whole lot of information other than just being really happy. The Super Nintendo was about 75 delivered. The Genesis was about 40. So that's what I was looking at there. Again, phenomenal quality. I know I'm going to have these for a long time. So thanks for stopping by. I appreciate you guys. Again, stop by my Twitch, any of that stuff. Thanks for stopping by. Check out some of my speedruns in the meantime. Have a phenomenal day. See you guys next time around.